Welcome Explorer, welcome to this tutorial. I'm Aline, Scanwalker, the knitwear designer behind Scanwalker Knits. Today I'm going to show you how to work a double decrease on the wrong side, and it's called S2pp. So here I have a stockinette swatch, here the wrong sides. I will work 2 stitches for the edge, so I purl 1 and 2, and let's start working the double decrease, S2pp. So I will always keep my yarn in front because we are working on the wrong side. So first I will slip 1 stitch knitwise with yarn in front. So my yarn is here, I put out of the way for you to see. I first slip 1 knitwise, so I enter from front to back and I grab the right leg of the stitch and I slip it knitwise with yarn in front. And I do that one more time with the second stitch. So slip 1 knitwise with yarn in front. So I have slipped 2 stitches and I have twisted them. Now I want to slip them back to the left needle. So I go in this stitch, the first one, the second one, and I put them back on the left needle without twisting them, and with the yarn in front, of course. Now what I'm going to do is to work them with a slip 2 together through the back loop so that they are getting in the correct position. So I will slip them together through the back loop. So through the back loop I want to get the back leg of these 2 stitches, so this leg. Let me drop the yarn, I'll show you better. So here I don't want the front leg here, I want the back leg. So the back leg is here. So the best thing is that I can turn my work to show you. I enter the second stitch, if it wants. I enter the second stitch first and then the first stitch second. I got 2 back legs now. And the idea is I want to slip them. So now I slip them through the back loop and I turn them again. Like so. Okay. Now let me grab my yarn again. Now that I did this gymnastics with these 2 stitches, I will purl 1. So of course, yarn in front, purl 1. And now I will pass the 2 slip stitches, so these 2, over. So go to the tip of the needle, grab these 2 slip stitches, hold on to the first stitch to secure it and pass these 2 over. Tug a bit on your work. I will purl 1 stitch and show you what this does. So here's my stitch. nice, straight. This is the equivalent of a center double decrease on the right side. But now we worked it on the wrong side, of course. So we have to twist the stitches a little bit, but then they are aligned just like they would be on the right side. And the center stitch is going straight up. So let's do that once more. I'll grab my yarn again, put everything back at the tip of the needles. So you will have to get used to it, but it's not very complicated. So it's just practicing like everything with knitting. It's practice, practice, practice. So the first steps are you slip one, knitwise, with yarn in front. Always yarn in front. We are purling, we are on the wrong side. So I slip one with yarn in front. One. I do the same thing for the second stitch. I slip one knitwise with yarn in front. So I slip these two. Then I put them back on the left needle. And now I want to twist them. I want to slip them together through the back loop. So I want to grab this leg for both stitches. So I need to go here. If I show you, grab this leg for both with all the yarn, like so. So let me show you once more. If you do it while you are knitting, what you want is I will first adjust the focus and show you closer what this does. When you get used to it, you go here each time. You will have, I drop this, you will have, for each stitch, you have a hole that you want to go into from back to front. The trick is just to do that for the two together. So here I have the hole for my first stitch, and here I have the hole for my second stitch if I have enough fingers here. So I first grab the back leg of the second stitch, like so here. Then I grab the back leg of the first stitch. And actually I already have the two back loops. So if I turn and I show you, it looks like that. Now the only thing I need to do is bring my needle in the correct position to work something. And the working something now is just slipping these two. So I bring them to the tip and slip them, like so. And they're going a bit over each other, but that doesn't really matter because we are going to slip them once more. So I grab my yarn. Now we slipped everything we needed. I will purl the next stitch, like so. Tension the yarn a bit. And then I need to pass these two over the stitch I just made. So I grab these two together, like so, two legs. I bring everything to the tip, hold on to the first stitch so that it doesn't go anywhere. Then I pass these two slip stitches over. And now tug on it a little bit. Purl one more, just to show you. Turn the thing, and here it is. A nice centered double decrease worked on the wrong side. So let me show you with throwing. Well, the slipping part is just the same, so the yarn is always in the front, staying always in the front in this case. I will slip one knitwise with yarn in front. Slip one knitwise with yarn in front. Slip these two back to the left needle, like so. Grab the two back legs, so slip two together through the back loop. So I pull so that you can see the holes and the back legs. So I grab one back leg, a second back leg. Now I have both stitches together, bring my needle where it belongs to the front, and then bring everything to the tip and slip them. So, slip two together through the back loop. Now I pull the next stitch. So wrap the yarn, pull through and drop. And now I need to pass these two over. So I grab the two loops, put them on my left needle, bring everything to the tip, hold onto this first stitch here that I don't want to lose, bring everything over the tip and drop them. And of course it's getting long, so I purl one more and show you on the right side. Oh, I made a mistake. So I didn't catch one strand. So that's a good thing. We're gonna correct that. If it happens to you, you can always correct it. So let's go here. Unknit one purl stitch. That's easy, we can do that. Okay, go. Now I have my double decrease. The easiest way is to grab, if I get this thing in focus, yes, is to grab all the stitches at once. So they are here. Let me show you. So 1, 2, and 3. So I get them all at once, and I go from front to back because this one is first. So I go one leg, two and a bit, two, and the very last one, my yarn doesn't cooperate, so the very last one here. Okay, so unknit this. Now I have to untwist everything. And where does this thing belong? It belongs to my first stitch here. See? So I will grab this, grab the other strands, have a look at it. It's twisted. I will untwist it. It's also crossed like in a cable, so this one needs to go first because it comes from here. If you look, I pull on it and that's the yarn that comes, so this one should be on the right side of this. So I go first in there, then untwist both. So now let's check they are in the right order. See, they are coming from the right columns. This one is twisted, this one is good, this one is good, and this one is twisted, so I untwist it. And I have undone my double decrease. I'll show you that once more. So here it goes again, so I can drop that. I want all the strands in one go. That's easier. So this one is the first. I can show you that. See this stitch very clearly. This one is the first. So I want to go in the front. I grab this leg first. Then I have a look at what else do I have. Here I have one here and one here. So I get this one first. It's secured, I have it, and then this one as last. I can always double check, hey, do I have everything? So here it's my stitch coming out of these 3 legs. I can pull on it and see if okay, is everything free? Look, we can see very clearly the hole and the yarn coming out of it. So we're safe, we can drop that. Here we go. Okay, now these two are crossed, like in a cable cross. You can always double check if it looks weird, they are tight, they're not really in the position they should normally be. You can separate them a little bit, like so, and then this is the strand of yarn which is coming out of the stitch and it's coming out of the second one, this one. Really, it should be the first one, so they are crossed. So then I enter the second one first, because I will uncross them. I enter the second one, Second, I have both legs. Now I can drop them from my left needle. They are back on the right needle and they are both twisted. So when I get them back to my left needle, I will untwist them. One. So now the right leg of the stitch is in front. You can always pull on this strand to see, hey, where is it going? And it pulls on this. Same thing for the second one. I need to untwist it like so. This is a purl stitch. And I have once more. I show you once more. Okay, first one leg. One leg. Two legs. Three legs. Everything is back on my left needle. I can pull on the yarn, hoop, and drop it. Release this. This one is good to go. These two needs to be crossed. I uncross them and then I untwist. 1 and 2 and we are back to our start position. So if you notice a mistake or if you didn't grab all the yarn like me, oh, I dropped 2. Okay. You can always go back and undo and go slowly, and you can always undo your knitting. That's no problem. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.